Hello guys, this is Puppy from server M14. We're back with another video. I got a alliance member who asked a question about building chaos on the side. So if we take a look here, gotta find him real quick. So Wildman, his main march is Alex. He has Knife Through Butter 8, YSS, Kid Emperor, and Zenobia with Fountain of Life, which is pretty good because actually on the side, real quick, right now, we are still T8 for our troops, and we're having really big trouble with this march. So this is basically what Wildman's running. Yeah, same two red skills, T9 troops, tech's probably maxed out as well, or at least heavily maxed compared to ours right now because we just got into Legendary Season and NNN from 164. They've been in it for a few seasons now. Wildman's March is actually really good, but he has a side quest. Pull him back up here. He has a side quest of working on a full Chaos March. Now he has Fufei, 5 of 7 stars. Loki's fully starred out. Not sure how many pieces yet for his specialization. And he has Anubis he's working on as well. So the great thing with all three of these immortals is they're relatively easier to get than the 4th immortal that we're going to talk about. And you can probably guess from the thumbnail what that 4th immortal would be that I would suggest going for if you're going for a full chaos team. These events, this event here that comes out about once a month, you can go to the Grail shop once a day, pick up this 80 piece here for $250. You can get Fufei for $450 compared to $750 on every other immortal here. If you are just going for Anubis, you could get him from this Grail shop as well. What I would suggest, instead of getting Anubis from here, especially if you're working on Loki and Fufei at the same time, which it does take a lot of Grail, but it is a lot more valuable than it would be buying them elsewhere. Either from the Peak Battle Pass shop here, which I do get Anubis from here, just because I kind of get the currency on the side from completing the missions, and I'll spend the 50 to get the pass once I get it completed. The best way right now to get Loki, Anubis, even Fufei, other than the Grail shop, is going to be Rune Factory. So Rune Factory, there's two different ways to buy this, from in-game and from GT Arcade. GT Arcade I do not suggest unless you have nothing else going on. If you're not going for any kind of red skills, if you're just going for Chaos Immortals and the Chaos artifacts as well, sure, you can do the daily $5 and $10 packs because they're both the same value, the $5 and $10 packs. Sure, go for it. Otherwise, I don't have it in the shop right now because I did buy them today already. Here, you can buy the dollar packs. You can also buy the $2 packs. $2 packs don't give you as much value as the dollar packs, but it's still cheap. You can also buy, for 1,000 gems, 3 energy cores. So if you do the 99 cent and the $2 packs, and you are very close to getting 100 energy cores, then definitely spend the gems. If you have the gems, go for it. It's worth it. In the shop here, everything's normal priced, but this is still the best way to get these immortals other than the Grail shop. You can get Fufei, you can get Anubis, and you can get Loki, including the artifacts as well. You could even sometimes take the 70 pieces here, get the insignia, and put it into the Battle Pass currency as well, if you are close to finishing one of the immortals from the pass here. Sure, you can do that too. I've done it a few times when I'm really close. Now, the 4th immortal that we're going to talk about is Ares. So, Ares is great. He's very strong. He's in every single Mega Whale March. It doesn't matter if they have Loki. It doesn't matter if they have Apollo. It doesn't matter if they have Medusa. They're running Ares most of the time. There was a time where Alex was being ran as well, Not as much anymore. Ares is just that good. Unfortunately, the only way you can get Ares is from Chaos Roulette. Now, Chaos Roulette, the only way that I would suggest buying the Chaos pieces is going to be from GT Arcade. The 5, 10, I think the 5, 10, and $20 packs are all the same value. That being said, it gets very expensive. You're spending $300 to $400 a week just to work on Chaos. So that being said, while you have... How many marches out? No, I'm just going to make a pre-made real quick. We'll go here. That being said, he's also working on his Holy Dragon, which I do find better than Shadow by a lot. The only thing Shadow really has going for it before No Escape or Found on Life got added was it could stun, but I think it could stun. I'm not 100% sure. I just know Found of Life when it got released, it nerfed the Shadow Dragon really bad. The only thing Shadow Dragon does now is in Arena is you can use the mind corruption or the corruption skill, which it can have an immortal do damage to its own team. Or I think it's when let's look at it real quick. I don't use the Shadow Dragon much. I mean, it is in my Arena team, but I don't really pay that much attention to it. So when any unit in the battlefield receives damage, targets with Mental Decay receive 18% of that damage, up to 20%. So one random any unit for that fight, it could be their carry, either Alex or a backline carrier like Loki. They could be the ones marked, and any unit on both teams take damage, they take all that damage, or they take that damage as well. It's just 18% of it, but that adds up really quickly. Anyways, he has Holy Dragon going for him, which is the one that I would do. So let's pretend Lewis is not here because, you know, he's the GOAT and all, but we're gonna remove him real quick. What I would recommend is using Alex for now until you get Ares built up, because he is going to take the longest to build up. If you actually want to go for a 4th Chaos Immortal, you could go for Athena, but she is situational. She's great versus physical damage dealing marches. She's great versus Khan. She's great versus Kin Emperor teams, which there are a lot of them out there, including myself. I have Khan in my main march. But she's still situational. She doesn't have the best... She probably has the worst energy regen out of every Chaos Immortal in the game. I would even say most tanks. It's like in the 50s. It's terrible. So, even if you run Alex for a long time, he's so good. You can run these 4 with an Earth Dragon, and it still does really well. You could go for the Holy Dragon too. You'll have 4 Holy, splashed in here. Earth is going to be a little tankier. Holy will do... I think Holy's a little tankier as well. That's another dragon I'm not too familiar with. As you can see, it's level 3. Let's go to the rankings real quick. So 9% chance to reduce damage that the enemy march deals. And you get scaling attack and defense increase until the battle ends. And reduce damage taken for the first 12 seconds. So it's really good. As for Shadow, it's countered by a red skill. Unfortunate. But this is what you can run for a long time. Fufei, Loki, and Anubis. Loki being the easiest and the fastest to max out first. If you get enough Grail each month, you can work on Fufei and Loki at the same time, which is what I was kind of doing. I was mostly working on Loki, and then I eventually gave in and got a few more Fufei pieces to finish out her graces for their damage reduction. Anubis, work on the side through the Rune Factory. I wouldn't really push too hard on Chaos, especially if it's on the side, unless you're a Mega Whale. Chaos is just very expensive. Me personally, yes, I do have 3 Chaos. They're relatively... Well, they're not complete. Loki is spec 6, I believe. Fufei is done, but I've also had her for a very long time, and she was the first Chaos Immortal that I worked on because she's so easy to splash and she's very flexible. Anubis is also very flexible. Ares is he's just so hard to grab right now until they make a change to either Rune Factory or to the monthly event. Hopefully this continues for every month, and it's because there's great value. That being said, just run Alex. He's great. And then when you do eventually get Ares, you can literally just take the skills from Alex, which is Knife Through Butter, Fully Prepared, either Wind Rage or Drastic Action if you eventually get it. Some people even run Spring of Life. I guess I can see the value there sometimes, but if they're running Heal Cut, then it doesn't really do anything most of the time. But you can literally just move these from Alex over to Ares, but it's going to take a very long time. So this march that you see right here, well, man, this is what you can run. It's just going to take some time. And I know that you mentioned that on the side you wanted to build this on the side without affecting your main march. Unfortunately, Alex is in your main march, so you're going to have to move him over. And while you are working on Loki, you're going to have to eventually get Energy Mastery and Infinite Firepower, and possibly other red skills will come out in the future by the time you're done. So that being said, it's going to take a long time, but at least you have something planned out. Just run Alex. It's almost a complete march change for you. So eventually you're going to switch over to full Chaos plus Alex if that's what you really want to do. Let me find you real quick. Yeah, you'll keep Alex here. The other thing you're gonna replace Earth Dragon. I think you'll keep Holy Dragon. You're eventually gonna get completed, but it's also takes a little long to finish. You could use Rune Factory, but there's better things to buy in Rune Factory right now. That being said, yeah, slowly build on the side. Ares is very hard to grab, but that is the one I would take. Athena, there are times when I wish that I considered working on her instead of Loki, but Loki is just that good, and Athena is situational. But I've seen where she can run really well, especially with March with Poseidon. But Poseidon's also in a weird spot right now. But that being said, that's really it for the video. If you guys have any questions, comments, if you have any input, suggestions, whatever, just let me know. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day.